Hi guys, my name is Tabatha Perez.
I'm Erika Duran, and our classic poem is Odysseus Secret by Stephen Dunn.
At first he thought only of home and Penelope.
But after a few years, like anyone on his own,
He couldn't separate what he had chosen from what had chosen him.
Calypso, the lotus eater's Circe,
A man could forget where he lived. He had a gift for getting in and out of trouble. A prodigious human gift.
to survive Cyclops
And withstand the siren song? Just those words.
survive.
Withstand.
In his mind became a music he moved to and lived by.
How could govern, even love compete? They belong to a different part of a man. The untested part, which never has transcended dread.
Or the liar part, which always spoke like a citizen. The larger the man, though, the more he needed to be reminded he was a man. Lightning, high winds, for every excess,
A punishment. Penelope was dear to him, full of character.
and fine in bed.
But by the middle years, this other life had become his life. That was Odysseus' secret, kept even from himself.
When he talked about return, he thought he meant what he said. 20 years to get home?
A man finds his shipwrecks, tells himself the necessary stories, whatever gods are,
Our own fearful voices or intimations from the unseen order of things.
The gods finally released him, cleared the way.
Odysseus boarded that Phaeacian ship, suddenly tired of the road's dangerous enchantments, and sailed through storm and wild sea,
As if his beloved were all that ever mattered.
and this is Sirens.
The Trojan War was no match for fighters with families at home slowly forgetting facial features, only picturing belligerent battles. While on their journey home, Odysseus' men let their victory convince them they were entitled to the finer things, introduced the Cyclops to the drunkenness of fermented fruit, carried on with their odyssey. But the Cyclops and Poseidon shared blood. Poseidon's wrath rained down on Odysseus' raft, leaving the men to an unwanted journey. Our odyssey began when family abandoned our ship, decided it was not one they wanted to sail. Our parents,
like the Cyclops, indulged in fermented fruit.
it doesn't matter how thick blood is when alcohol is a blood thinner. At first, the men met Circe, who hexed them into hogs. They survived the blight. Odysseus, blinded by begging, stayed with the witch.
I rename myself Odysseus. I conquer even when I am hurt, but I will always give in to a plea. I see Circe and my mother who bathed me in bruises, taught me to loathe myself until I learned how to turn my fractures into fists that fight back. But I still put myself in danger trying to save her. Street lamps flickering like Odysseus' desire to go home. Seeing her figure get further in strobe like flashes, I let the gravel fill the space between my toes. Power lines and sirens echoing through alleyways. I, Odysseus, sided with the beast.
I took on Zeus's dirty deeds like Hermes, messenger for the gods who saved Odysseus from the captivity of Circe. I, the letter carrier of the drug lords, saved my dad from the danger of debt and death when the drug dealers got a little too comfortable. At the edge of the world, Odysseus saw his late mother and Penelope's aged face.
At the edge of the world, Odysseus realized Ithaca needed him and headed home.
At the edge of the world, my mom dies 4 times in the back of an ambulance. I watch as the lights flare through the window, count the seconds before the sirens flood the room.
At the edge of the world, I turn my ship around, move on, not knowing if she will ever be back on board. I have to move on.
I have to move on.
Like Odysseus, I box myself to escape the siren song, wrap myself in fortitude to outweigh their essence, embellish with bloody bow and bold backbone. I unwrap myself when the occasion arises, but it's Christmas morning and Daddy is in handcuffs again.
And Mommy is in the back of an ambulance again.
The siren sees our only protector, but I, Odysseus, toughest of all warriors, can get through a shipwreck without a support system. When the world I have always known disintegrates paddle my way through all 7 seas.